Hello guys, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate as we try to conquer a world as El Salvador. And previous episode, US started to fight a war against Mexico. Don't exactly know why, but they started doing that, and I'm a bit afraid right now. I mean, I do have a little bit of troop. Oh, they have another spy here. Okay, how much do I actually have? We got 400. And how much does one infantry unit cost? We can build another 5. Infantry, so we can at least have a little bit more bodies on the front if need be. And we have a shortage of industrial goods. Well, that's no good. Although that's no new stuff either, to be honest. 6 more days and the new industrial goods factory is completed though, so that should be useful. And in the meanwhile, Germany is still fighting a war in Africa against French colonies. Speaking of French colonies, there's there's only 2 islands here that are independent now. I wouldn't mind taking both of them, to be honest. Not that they're all that useful, but I mean, it's a nice place to, once we start sailing across the Atlantic, to set sail from. We can still supply from there and then sail, for example, to Africa or something like that. Of course, we get Brazil, we can maybe launch an invasion to Liberia or something like that. Speaking of Liberia, oh, they do have a rubber. Interesting. Do they have oil? No, they do not. They have rubber. They have no coal either. And no uranium. Unfortunate. Okay, so we're still building the factory. Our monies are going up a little bit, not much though. How is our unemployment? 2.8%, so it's still fairly high. And the inflation has gone down a tiny bit, but I'd rather have it down at the around 3%. But yeah, the war to our north is going pretty fast, I'd say. And our war justification is 5%, so I'm not going to declare the war yet. Unfortunately, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, we do have a lot of troops. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of troops, but we do have some troops here that we can use if need be. Also, we are producing about half the military goods we need right now. Luckily, we did have a bit of a stockpile. Not a big one, but a bit of a stockpile. Before we started building more troops again. Okay, 3 more work days. And then it's completed. Okay, I think tomorrow we shall get another one of them. Yeah. So 2 more work days. And then we're gonna get a little bit... Oh, Mexico is eliminated. Well then, they don't have a casus belli against me anymore. So I guess that's good. Unfortunately, yeah, they did take Mexico. Actually, I think Since I lowered the volatility, it might have lowered the threat of people attacking as well. At least a little bit. Okay, so we are gaining 16 industrial goods per day. So not much, but at least it's a little bit. But to be fair, at this point, I'm actually thinking about maybe... we do have micro-industrial goods here. I'm gonna tear it down because production values on it are not very big ones. They might save some workers elsewhere. I'm not exactly sure about that, but it's a maybe. And we should probably try to... no, we're still trying to buy more industrial goods, which is actually not a bad idea. I'll try to make another medium industrial goods factory somewhere. I mean, of course, I wouldn't mind saving up for a bigger factory, but it's probably not going to happen right now. But yeah, I do wonder who Germany declares war next, because he's not fighting too many anymore. Actually, they made a peace with Algeria. Now, there are a few villages in Sahara, but not much. And industrialization, okay, it's it might be researched during this year. Not quite sure about that, but it's a possibility. Okay, so US, if we would buy your modern clothing, they would accept with 98 million still. Oh, that's actually good to know. They are a bit hostile towards us. I do think the war justification is going down, so that is at least a good thing. But yeah, fighting US in the future will be a bit difficult. I mean, we can't really withdraw much, but what we can do is, if they declare war, because they probably won't have enough troops on the border right away, so we can push somewhere around here to put up a solid defense line, and then advance around here to take out that bridge town, and then clear out this peninsula here. And then start pushing in towards deeper into Mexico. It's going to be a bit of a long shot, to be honest, but I think we can do it, and I'm going to make these into a battle group, but I don't actually have a name for them at the moment. As a reminder, I am recording these well in advance. But if you do want to have a battle group named after you, just leave a comment down below, and if you have or you wish to be certain something, I mean, currently tanks and all that are off limits, but eventually tank battle groups will probably be a thing, or I might do some sort of mechanized this, or motorized and tanks mixed up a little bit. Maybe, I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, infantry or artillery are basically currently the options. I mean, we do have a little bit of recon units, but I'm not going to use recon units as a 5-unit battle group. Because their main job is to move fast, to flank the enemies a little bit, or take out towns that are undefended, and give vision, especially for artillery. Oh hey, I think they should be accepting the modern clothing deal. Okay, we're gonna be a little bit poor for a moment, but they did indeed accept it, which means that our production on consumer goods might go up. Well, our production is so small anyway, so it's not gonna be visible for a while. The thing is, the AI doesn't actually know how to repair stuff. Actually, maybe they do. Maybe they do now. Okay, so industrialization is certainly going along alright. I hope that the US is not fabricating a claim. No, the justification hasn't grown. That's good to know. What about the rest of the world? Fabrication... It is actually going down quite a bit, of course, since I lowered the volatility. That does help, at least a little while. Okay, I wonder what would be the next technology that we should buy. Are they going to be submarines, gas turbine, or rigid airships? None of them are actually stuff that well, I mean, I do... Oh, ooh. We are having a bit of a trouble with petrol. Because the price has gone up again. Okay, let's buy a little bit extra to make sure that we have plenty of stockpile. Are we buying any of these? Well, not really, because we got quite a stockpile, but we could buy more. Right, so maybe we should try to buy the rigid airships. 54 million still, oh goodness. We are getting 5 industrial goods per day right now, so that's actually not bad. At least for the most part. Let's actually have a quick look at the death toll of... actually, let's have a look at the units lost. Okay, I think Japan is fighting... Who's Germany fighting? Morocco, I think. And Soviets and Japan are fighting a little bit. Maybe? I'm not actually sure. Fighting someone? No, it's probably Japanese, actually. Okay, how's the inflation and unemployment? Inflation is still going down, so that is actually very good stuff. And we do have an election within next year. Something to keep in mind. Okay, their justification is going down. Yeah, I do still... Ooh. Okay, apparently they captured a spy. But yeah, currently we're mostly waiting for the industrialization and hoping that the US doesn't declare war on us. Because if they do, we are kind of screwed. Okay, it is still 54 million. That is good to know, I guess. And meanwhile, okay, yeah, that's basically what I think is happening is that the Japanese Navy is causing trouble to Soviets. They might be trying to capture some things, for example, this island here. Or they might try to land in Korea, but I don't know, that might not happen actually. Apparently, Japanese have a unit over there. Or at least they had a unit. And Soviets haven't really bothered to take it out. Which is a little bit interesting, but okay. Okay, not much longer anymore. Actually, now that we can see that the likelihood of US declaring war is going down pretty rapidly. I am going to increase the volatility to medium to keep things interesting. And by the way, if you're wondering how you get that up, it's only doable in single player, but it's Control, Shift and S. So it brings the settings. And those settings, I mean, there's of course settings that you can bring through game menu, but those are different settings. Okay, so it's declared war on China. So it's going to be a three-way war, which was to be expected. Yeah, they're rushing in pretty hard. And a labor shortage is still a thing. If it gets a little bit better, we might see the inflation go down a little, at least a tiny bit. Of course, I could give the minister goal to combat unemployment. Well, not really, it's the... Oh, we already have the inflation control. Never mind then. I already forgot I had that. Right, how much do we have industrial goods? 900. Almost 1,000, but it's not even nearly enough. Well, we're at least gaining some money so we can buy more tech. Because I'd say we do need it. Right, so do they have a higher justification against now? Nope, they don't. But it might mean that the likelihood of people declaring war on us is higher again. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of colonies still that might declare war on us, but for the most part, I think we'll be safe. I don't know about the American Guam though, but there's not much I can do about that. Other than maybe get in good relationships with the United States, and then later on, I mean, if I could ally a US for the time being, that would be nice. I could easily then use their aid, well, maybe not aid that much, but use them to capture South America. And once we have South America and get our military big, we can then take out the US. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I'd say it's doable. To some degree. Okay, not much longer for the industrialization. Which means that the money we get from things should go up tremendously, because we are still paying 2 million for research every day. Actually, a little bit more than 2 million. But yeah, research can be very expensive in this game. So you want to be careful with that. How are yeah, we should be able to win the election quite nicely again. Of course, I can't really promise that, but I think we'll be fine. Actually, since I don't think we'll be fighting US anytime soon, we might be able to move... Actually, let's move one of these here. I'm gonna move Spike down south so we can get experience on the units. Why don't you move to the harbor first? I'm gonna disagree. Okay, yeah, we're researching the supply truck. Of that, well, it opened a lot of opportunities. Capital ship construction is something we're gonna have to do ourselves. Amplified wireless transmission is gonna be something we're gonna have to do ourselves, and well, that's actually only one, so I'm gonna put the wireless transmission. And rigid airships, let's... Okay, 52 million this time, so it is getting cheaper for us. But yeah, the likelihood is still pretty high. I'm gonna probably keep it on medium volatility for now. To keep stuff happening in the world at least. Okay, we do have the money, so let's take that one again. And 52 million is a little bit much, but it should increase our relations with them a tiny bit. At least I hope so. But I'm not quite sure that's gonna help yet, but in the long run it should help quite a bit. We're certainly gaining a lot of money now. Over 1 million per day. Right, they got pretty good domestic approval rating. And my rating is also going up, actually. Not by huge amounts, but a little bit. Okay, I wonder, if I was to build another industrial goods, I still forget, was it 3,000? Yeah, 3,400, so we don't really have the industrial goods with that yet. We'll get them at some point. Let's start figuring out what we want to buy next from them. Refrigeration, manufacturing... That might not be bad. Are there any cheaper things? Armored cars, submarines, grenade fusing, land warship. It's basically tanks. That is indeed something that we will want, and we can get them fairly cheap. So we can send that tomorrow, I think. Yep, let's go. Okay, the research is still going. That's good. Okay, so what would be the next cheapest thing? I think it is the early manufacturing, which is going to be fairly expensive, to be honest. 134 for now, so I mean, once the war justification goes down, and oh, I don't know, they do feel diplomatically a bit bad towards us. They are trying to justify against us, I think, or maybe not. Might be paranoid. Well, it's going down again. Right, what's the situation in Africa? Oh, Morocco is about to fall, I think. Of course, Germany won't be able to keep them from spawning back in, I think, because they're not funding their law enforcement. Okay, we have about 470 military goods available once again, which is, to be fair, not much. There's a little bit. Okay, labor shortage is getting better, so how much is... Inflation is only 12.9% now, so it's certainly going down, but it's still very high. So we're gonna have to let the unemployment grow even further. Well, there goes Morocco. But yeah, we're currently at rank 27 in terms of tech. Which, to be fair, is not very high. Considering that quite a few nations have been destroyed already. Oh, that's a US soldier. Might be doing a border patrol. Or something. Okay, their justification has gone up again. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh well. supply truck is still going to take a while before it's researched, which might give us a chance to buy yet another technology from the Yankees here, but as the early manufacturing, it's ooh, it's going up now. Okay then. After that, how much do we have? We got 1,500 industrial goods. Okay, we're gonna have to increase those numbers because those are rookie numbers. Right, so yeah, Germany is pretty strong in Africa already. Actually, we can go Empire. So yeah, they got a lot of lands. I got some colonies in Africa and the northern, or let's say northwestern Africa. Let's disable that and zoom back in. Now, I don't know how... Okay, yeah, they're keeping the war justification at 30% for some reason. How is our election going? We got actually 33% of the votes. So it means probably 32.7. But the elections are still a fair bit away. Oh, that's an engineer. No, maybe we should increase our artillery capabilities around here. And military capabilities in any case. Because they got a big army, almost 3 million, and we got 50,000. Oh, unemployment at 3%. Which means that the inflation is down to, well, 12.3%. Wasn't that earlier already? Or was it 12.9%? I don't remember. But it does mean that we need to let the unemployment grow even further. Because it does mean that the production cost, at least in theory, should go down a little bit. And it might also increase the domestic approval rating. But how much is our population growing right now? Roughly 80,000 per year, so not that bad. We are actually pretty close to 4 million now in population. But yeah, oh right, we need to move these guys. Oh, I forgot them already, but yeah, we'll move them here and they'll be potentially taking out Panama, although Panama does have... Well, actually no, they don't really have troops. I mean, what I could do is build another group of artillery and then move Athenian, because Athenian has support already a little bit, so his cannons should have, well, maybe not kills, but some I don't know, maybe not experience after all. Okay, we should be able to buy the... Nope, actually, 138, I misremember that. Yeah, the supply truck is almost researched. But yeah, how much does one artillery piece cost in goods? 11. So it's not actually that much. Right, I'll build the new... Actually no, I'll build the new artillery here. And we'll move Athenian down there. We'll use the naval transport sea transport on them. And in the meanwhile, Spike, you will move that way. And now that we got the supply trucks, we're gonna have to start building them. We're gonna build a few here. We're actually gonna build 5. However, it does seem that we have reached the end of this episode. So if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out my Discord and Patreon links down below. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.